All right, now we have a little something from Cottage Farms. This is your two-piece red hot trumpet vines for $22.98. Your 3 easy payments here, $7.66. It's M94641. Talk about something gorgeous, beautiful, vibrant, that's going to add a lot of color, and not just this year, but year after year, because this is a perennial. I'm not here alone. Miss Katie Dubois is here, who is from the Cottage Farms team, who brings us such a gorgeous looking flower.
I am
look
so
at that.
excited.
How are you?
Hey, Monifa, I'm
nice
great.
To
How
see
are
you?
you?
Good.
Nice to see you. I love that dress.
Thank you.
Very pretty.
These are really pretty.
Oh,
Like
they're
that little
so
trumpet
beautiful.
shape, gorgeous.
Yes, they are perfect too for hummingbirds. You can
Yes.
just picture like hummingbirds
Absolutely.
flitting around this, and I know you all love hummingbirds so much. So this is a vine. We don't have a lot of vines in our collections. So when we talk about what the point of a vine is, I call these problem solver plants.
Okay.
So you can grow these in a container. Maybe you have just like a little back patio that abuts up to your neighbors.
Yep.
Maybe you live in a condo and you share that deck.
That's right.
You can plant this in a container and look how beautiful and dense it grows, so it becomes this living hedge,
Yeah.
but also with these gorgeous red flowers.
Yeah, I mean, red is always such a fun pop of color to add to a garden. I love red, I love purples, which is really cool. And you're getting 2 of these, which I think is really nice. All right, let's talk about where we put these. Do we put these in the ground? Do we put these in pots? Let's talk about all the things.
So you can do both.
Okay.
That's what I love about this. It's your choice. You can take this trumpet vine and you can put it in a pot. If you're going, you can see what we have here. If you're going to go with a pot this first year, I would say go with a 12 or 14-inch pot.
Okay.
This is a fast grower. This is what you can expect in year 1.
Wow, really?
Yes, year 1. It's going to be super fast, grow really fast. And the other question is, how do I get it to twine and wind around the trellis?
Of course.
Natural. You do not have to do a thing. Now, if you have it growing along a fence and you want it to go out a certain direction, you can guide it and twist it, but this is how it naturally grows. So it is the lowest care maintenance vine that we offer that will know how to grow. If you have it in the ground, so here we have pictures of it growing up along someone's, arbor outside their house on a deck. Beautiful, absolutely stunning.
Yeah.
And so you can put it in the ground. You have maybe an unsightly air conditioning unit that you want to hide. Throw some of that, like cattle fencing or something alongside of it. You have a fence that it grows up. This is a great plant for creating that screening.
I love it. So if you have like that chain link fence that might be old and you're not ready to replace it, but you just want something to kind of hide it, this is what you plant.
Yes, and because it's a perennial and a fast growing perennial.
Yeah.
With gardening, I like to say, it's not all about instant gratification.
I agree.
Right? You cannot snap your fingers and the plant is there. But we're close with this one. We're really
we want
close.
it, right? We want it. So look, to get all this color the first year, pretty incredible. All right, how much sun, how much water?
So full sun. I know the name doesn't say that it's a pollinator plant, but little trick, like I said, it's a hummingbird lover. All of our pollinator plants are going to want that full sun spot. So for this, that means 4 to 6 hours at least. Give it that full sun. It also loves our fertilizer. So we have our bud and flower booster. So it's that jar there, and it's 1 pod per 1 gallon of water. And it is so easy, especially plants grown in containers. They really need to be fed a nice healthy food to help them grow and bloom.
Nice. Okay, so water it. How often did I miss the watering of it?
So
I may have, because I'm trying to listen because I need to learn.
So that's a great question. A lot of our new plants, when they are first planted, will need a lot of care and water. I would say check on them. It's springtime.
Of course.
A lot of zones are open. People are receiving their plants now. Some of you, like us here, not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet. But check on your plants every couple of days.
Nice.
But once established, this is very drought tolerant.
Oh, good.
Yes. Now in a container, you'll always need to water it. Containers dry out more quickly.
That's right.
If it's in the ground, once established, it really becomes one of those set it and forget it plants.
Ooh, that's what I like. Listen, we love color in the garden. That's the point of, getting out there on your hands and knees and planting these beautiful flowers, right? We want the payoff. And over 200 of these have been picked up, by the way, already. So it's nice when you get something that's so unique, that is a like pollinator magnet
Yes.
for the butterflies and the beautiful hummingbirds, and you saw the picture there of the bees, but in a vine, like it's such a problem solver in our gardens, and a lot of times we don't think about that. We think of problem solvers being kind of low, like if there's like a hole or something missing, which is great, but to be able for it to grow up, so if you do have this on your patio or on your deck or your balcony, especially if you are, you know, a condo person or a townhouse person, and you want that little kind of separation, you get a couple of these home, put them in pots, you got instant separation.
Instant separation that blooms from late spring all the way through till the end of the summer.
Nice.
So not only do you have this greenery, but you have the color, you have the density, you have the pollinators. I also love, you don't have to put it in a trellis like this. If you have just a container, it will spill over the container if you don't want it to grow up. But I think there's a lot of great plants that are spillers. Again, we don't have a lot of vines. So when you have a vine and you have the opportunity to get a plant that will, I mean, the tendrils can grow 10, 12 feet.
I was just going to ask
You saw
that.
those pictures. So it is a long growing plant that is really ones that can be used in so many different places. Our hanging baskets, our containers, trellises, in the ground. Here you see it on an arbor, a gazebo. You can, if you need a ground cover
you have a pergola, maybe it's a little older, you kind of don't want to get rid of it just yet, but you want to cover up some of that like old wood. This is going to be perfect for that.
Yes, it will. It's a full sun-loving plant that is really easy care. It's drought tolerant, heat tolerant, so it works for most of you in the country as a perennial, which means you plant it once. It's a fast-growing vine too, so this is what you can expect in year one. And it only gets better year after year.
All right, over 400 of these have been picked up. If you are still placing your order, please go ahead and continue to get these home, because this is going to be something special in your garden that you probably didn't even think about until you go, you know what, Monifa, I do have this spot on the wall, or I do share a wall with somebody. I would love to have something there. Here you go. Now you do. $7.66. That is your easy pay. Now let's talk about the warranty with these two.
Okay, so we want you to be successful. We want you to have confidence to grow plants, and so we guarantee them. So this trumpet vine and the roses that we have coming up are both perennials, which means we guarantee them for an entire year, Monifa, so you can shop with confidence. And if for any reason you're dissatisfied, please do get in touch with us.
All right, it's M94641 for your two-piece red hot trumpet vines. Now I'm so excited about this big deal. Now,